Hello and welcome back to the Cancha. You know what? I'm gonna actually start off with this. Do you guys know the reason why I ended up choosing the Cancha?
No.
Well, what do you call a soccer field over there in Mexico?
A cancha.
A cancha.
A cancha, yeah. So I wanted to put a little Spanish bilingual twist into
look
it.
at that. Look at that.
Yeah, it was kind of a lame thing. But you know what? I like the name anyways. All right, so officially, the World Cup has ended today. Yeah. Do you feel like it passed by pretty fast already now getting to the very end of the tournament? Or do you feel like it's been pretty extensive? I mean, we got a lot more games within this World Cup. So, I mean, but there was, I don't know how many games, like 4, almost 5 games a day.
At the beginning,
Group stages.
Yes.
Yeah, it was crazy amount. I was trying to keep up with almost watching every single game.
Yeah, the game withdrawals whenever they had no games on those couple of days leading up to the finals, semifinals, and whatnot.
It even feel weird after a while of like, you know, they were going through all the group stage games and then to the knockout stage. It felt weird like the very next day whenever there was no games at all. I was like, huh.
It went from 4 games to 2 games to 1 game to no games.
That was, it was
now.
weird to me, yeah. But we are going to do a full recap of what we thought about the whole entire tournament. I got a list of questions that I'm going to be asking our host, and we're going to see what we think about it. Maria's already ready for these questions. I know Manny is as well. All right, okay. So to start off with these questions, first one: did this tournament live up to the hype that you guys expected for this tournament?
Yes.
Yes.
I say somewhat because like they were kind of, I guess it's like depending on the teams. Like somewhat they kind of like pushed it to certain teams saying like they're gonna be powerhouses and whatnot, and then giving them like the draw. The draw was the one that kind of like set it from like you know, because of with the groups and stuff like that they had. So it was kind of like a maybe from me.
Okay, Maria, did it live up to the hype?
To me, it did because, Manny said, like, you know, you came up, you already came into this tournament with your favorites. Like, it was your top teams that were going to make it. And to me, it lived up to the hype to the point where, honestly, like, there were some games that I wanted to go watch. And then I was like, oh, no, they're just playing this team. And then when the game came up, you're like, oh, I should have bought the tickets.
Yeah,
I should have gone.
Felt like you missed out on it. I would say the tournament did live up to the hype. I think we had some exciting moments. I would say it lived up to hype for at least my aspect. The teams that I thought was going to make it far, the majority of them did end up making them. I wanted to have high hopes for Mexico as well, for the team that we support anyways for the tournament. They made it just as far as I thought they would. If only they would have passed one more game, I think it would have exceeded everybody's expectations. But I think based off of that, I want to say it lived up to the hype, and just the fact that we had it here in the States, we live here in the States. I mean, you know, what better way? Next question: what was your favorite moment of the World Cup? For me, I think just because, again, talking about it, Mexico beating Ecuador, I think was probably one of my highlights of this tournament. I think just the fact that the Mexican fan base was just going crazy about that, saying that was probably one of our best wins that we've ever had in a World Cup in general. And the fact that people were feeling so hyped going into the next game because it was against England, one of the powerhouses that we have here, and the fact that we felt like we were so confident that we can take them, and we came very close to it too. We gave them a really good game. So I would say that was probably my favorite moment, just watching Mexico beat Ecuador, just again building that hype that we had with them. What do you guys think? What are your favorite moments?
So my Manny answer is memes, because there were so many funny memes of it. But my I guess my favorite moment was, of course, that fifth, finally passing that 5th game for Mexico. Like you said, the Ecuador Mexico game, felt like that was a very good turnout for us, and everybody made everybody excited for the game again. And
favorite meme though.
Hope.
Favorite meme though. I'm kind of curious. You said the memes were the best. What was like the first meme that pops up to your head?
The Holland memes.
The
like
Holland.
What's his name? Holland Boo. That one.
Yeah. Okay. Maria.
To me, the memes, right? Like, my mom was like the anime ones. Like they would make it all anime. But that Mexico Ecuador game, because of it was a whole hype of going into it, because the controversy of like, oh, the fans didn't let Ecuador rest. But if you think about it, Ecuador did the same thing to Mexico during La Copa America in like early 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah, and the Ecuadorians went to the Mexicans hotel and wouldn't let them sleep either.
I heard that England prepared whenever they went to Mexico.
Yeah, but there was absolutely nobody like bothering them. Like it was so. I mean, to me,
everybody's
it was
on the outside
because like through the whole, like me personally, Mexico was the best host. Like it had the best fans, it had the best environment. It was like you wanted to be there kind of thing, like celebrating, and it was crazy. But it was there that like Mexico came like, you know what, we're gonna win, because I mean everybody said Ecuador is gonna be Mexico because Ecuador has all these European players. Mexico doesn't have crap, and then like my biggest thing is just watching the Ecuadorians cry about it.
And also gave us that instead of si se puede was the new saying that was said.
ECC, yeah.
You know, like
and
that Chicharito, the last time was like Chicharito was like, imagínate cosas chingonas.
Yes. The geese? Or
the
duck?
The duck. The duck. Yeah.
Melvin,
Yeah, that was
what's his name?
Marvin.
Marvin?
Marvin?
No, what's his name?
Was
I can't remember what his name. My dad has a
Marlene.
shirt of it.
Does he have a shirt?
Marlene,
I was thinking about ordering a shirt too.
My brother gave him a shirt for Father's Day. It was
Oh
Berlin.
man, that was a good one.
Yeah.
You know what we're talking about? The geese, the little duck?
The
little duck.
They had like a Mexican jersey. Yeah, that was a very good one.
Yeah, they're like the
I would've
Don Memo,
Don
the
Memo
Memo,
was-
and
Yeah, Mora. Oh man. Okay. Next one. What moment shocked you the most out of this? Manny, I'll start off with you.
Mine was the Germany and the Netherlands exits.
same.
Same one?
Same.
Okay,
Yeah.
I do have Germany as well, but I got that. Yeah, I mean, I guess that they got limited. Germany was, I think, the biggest surprise for me. Netherlands, I feel like it could have been either or. They've been, a very good team, but I wasn't expecting anything. If anything, I wouldn't have been surprised if they would have had some kind of upset loss, which happened.
Yeah.
But with Germany, I was expecting with the team that they had. I mean, the players and the caliber that they had.
In that first game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
round of 32. So that was the biggest surprise. Next question: Did the expanded 48 team format improve the tournament?
Yes, I think for it being like the first time, I think it did, because at first it just seems like you have all these low teams that have, and I think they made it like a competition. It wasn't no more like, oh, the elite are just showing up. Now it's like, oh, we have younger
Some of
teams,
the smaller countries too.
Like we're showing up because they're playing for their country. Some of them, I think I had talked to, I don't know if it was Manny that I had spoken to about is like, I don't know what team it was that they were like on Indeed trying to find players. Like they're like some of these,
Wow.
Like some of these teams were trying to find people to go play for them, and some of these people have like other jobs that isn't just soccer. So like for them to put up a fight against the ones that get paid the millions, it was. I think it made it better.
For sure, those smaller countries, it's definitely Cape Verde and Curaçao. You think that puts them to be a little bit more of a different pedestal now going on to it now? Like, people are going to be familiar with these national teams now.
I think it's going to put more pressure on them to play better, because now
or to continue as well.
So because now if they get invited to other tournaments, they're going to have to show up, because,
for sure,
it's different showing up for the World Cup than showing up for another tournament and totally bombing it.
Yeah, that's true. Now we're going to go into a different segment, or the different topic, which is now talking about the champions, of course, now the winning teams. So was the winning team, in this case Spain, the best team throughout the whole entire tournament?
Yes.
Yeah, they have to, of course. Who was the MVP of the tournament?
So for player, I say Rodri, but I really want to say Spain's defense because they balled out pretty much.
Okay. I mean, can you be more specific on maybe the one specific player, or you just want to give a shout out just the whole defense?
Okay. From left back to right back.
Okay. Maria?
For me, I would probably say like Rodri también, because he deserved, like, it comes to show why he's the winner of the Ballon d'Or. It comes to show like he didn't come, like, it wasn't like, oh, he's not well known. No, he's known. If you watch him play, if you know, he's not he doesn't have social media. That's what I was like. He's very, the sport and his family. He keeps himself, and he's shown that he's a good leader, that he's a good,
in high regards too.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, like, when his team needed him, like he showed up for his team, and like he's I think he deserves it. Like, I also believe, like, personally too, like my MVP is Messi because he took that Argentina team to where they were.
That was gonna be mine actually. My MVP was Messi, and of course, no bias. I mean, for sure, everybody's gonna say it's bias anyways. But I feel like everybody has to understand the fact that this man is 39 years old.
Yeah.
I think going into playing MLS and everything, coming into the tournament, I don't think anybody really had the biggest expectations for Messi after that. But he, if not, was one of the biggest players to really impact and also carry Argentina all the way to the finals.
Yeah.
I know he wasn't as impactful in this last game, but you can't say Messi didn't do anything at all during. I mean, we've mentioned it. He hasn't been subbed off.
Yeah, no, he played the whole time, and it's like,
Yeah.
if you go online and you hear, like, you see all these people talking mess on him, and like, I mean, come at me if you want, I don't care. It's like he's 39 years old playing a World Cup final, and you're like 39 years old, playing at a beat up field, trying to feel important.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be people saying whatever.
That was a stray for somebody.
It's not just somebody; it's a lot of people.
Hey, we're gonna have to make sure that person watches this one.
Yeah, I'll be like, Juan, if you're listening.
There's millions of Juanes out there.
You and your little
anybody
team.
named Juan.
You and your team that plays on Tuesdays nights.
All right, so moving on from the MVPs, we also got which player increased their legacy the most?
I would say Mbappe.
Mbappe, okay.
Haaland.
I got Haaland as well.
Haaland
definitely did make his stamp on this tournament as well. Not just with the memes, but
Yeah,
the performances on the field.
For sure.
Where does this World Cup winning team rank among recent champions? And we're only talking about World Cup champions, so we're talking about 22 Argentina, 2018 France.
Like those teams,
yeah,
right? Like
those teams.
those teams. Okay.
Where does the Spain team rank between them? I have them kind of low. Like if I were to go against the Spain team against 2010 Spain team, I would have 2010s kind of over. If I had 2014 Germany,
ooh,
I would think I would have Germany over. I mean, I know Spain did have a good, pretty convincing win, dominant throughout the whole game and everything, but they kind of got a late winner. And
yeah,
even though it was a good buildup, but other than that, they were looking good, but nothing crazy.
I mean,
from
in
what I can think
2010,
of.
they also had that late winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did actually.
It was and it was against what
it was 1-0
the Netherlands, right?
But for me, they had bigger superstars in that Spain team in 2010.
So, like me, if we go, all right. So let's say let me go all the way back to like 2002, which was Brazil, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was that Brazil team, and then 2006, who was the winner?
Italy.
Yeah.
And then 2010, Spain.
2014,
Germany. 2018 France, 2022 Argentina, and I would starting from 2002, I would put that Spain all the way down, honestly, because even that Brazilian team in in 02 was an amazing team.
Okay.
So like if you put them all to play in that time, I wouldn't rank them very high.
Okay, Manny, what do you think?
I only went to 2010 because I didn't know, but basically like those 5 teams, I actually ranked them. So I have 2010 Spain as first, Germany as second, and I actually put Spain as third.
Okay.
Ooh.
France as fourth, and then Argentina as fifth.
Ooh.
I say that Argentina team was not. It's pretty much the same as the one that they have now. And like you just said, like Messi's pretty much carried them to the finals.
I guess one of the biggest differences within that 22 Argentina team, and I would say this is just as impactful as Messi can be as well, Di Maria.
Yeah,
Di Maria, that's what they were missing too in this.
They really were. They were missing that other winger. For sure.
Another good winger.
Because it was at the last final, Di Maria scored that first goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now going on to a different topic. Now we're talking about best players. I mean, we already talked about the MVP. Who was the player of the tournament? We mentioned Messi. You ended up mentioning
for that one. I put Rodri.
Rodri, it's the same players, anyways. Who won the Golden Boot in your opinion? Even if it didn't officially win in your opinion, Golden Boot, most goals scored. I mean, Mbappe seems like the pretty obvious, clear one, anyways. Unless you guys have like maybe a secondary.
I mean, I feel like if he didn't play this game, I feel like it would have been a tie for Mbappe and Messi.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if Mbappe didn't play yesterday, then it would have been a tie.
Okay. Next one. Which young player became a future superstar? I gotta say Cubarsí. I mean, I think he's already getting comparisons to like even like Spain's great, like Puyol. I want to say PK as well. I mean, I don't know how high PK was really regarded as like even like Sergio Ramos, and those sorts and everything. But Cubarsí has to be the future superstar, especially from the tournament and of course Spain. Because how old is Cubarsí? Is he already 19?
Yes, he's
19. They're all pretty young. Yeah,
19. Yeah, he has to be the brightest future star for Spain. Do you guys have anybody else?
I have Morita.
Same.
Morita. Oh yeah, that was a really good shot.
Morita, because because Cubarsí and them, like, they're already in Europe. They're already like in an elite teams. And
they were showing why they're on those teams and playing
why
and
they're
starting
consistently and everything.
So to me, it's Morita.
But would you consider them already superstars, or they're just what do you call it, prospects?
I think I would consider them superstars because they just came from winning La Liga, from winning they've already won like big trophies.
Is it 2? No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he has 2. Yeah, so
fair.
But I mean, but he is gonna be more something to look at. Okay. Because he's still young. That's the thing. Like,
and now it's gonna be, can he keep the consistency? Yeah. Okay. Next one. Which goalkeeper had the best tournament? I mean, of course, the one that only got one goal conceded, Simon. You guys agree on that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Which defender deserves more recognition? I put Laporte. I mean, I know a lot of good hype from Spain has been going through Cubarsí, but I mean, you mentioned it plenty of times as well. Laporte was, if not one of the key aspects of why they only got one goal conceded as well. So I feel like I don't hear his name as much as it should be, but Laporte for sure, I think would give more recognition. But I know there's other countries that have really good defenders, so I'm kind of waiting to see what you guys think about that.
So I actually went with another Spain defender too, but I went with Pedro Porro.
Okay.
Just his contribution to the goals that he have not just the goals, but the way he helped out on the attacking side as well as defending. Of course, like I said, they're one of the best defense teams. So him having the working both ends is pretty good.
Yeah, Maria.
I would say Laporte too, because we've spoken about him, and he's one of the biggest factors why they only got one. Like, if you watch him play, he does put he puts it all on the line, and he did an amazing job.
Yeah, there is one person I do want to shout out though. It's Johan Vasquez.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I was going to put him, to be honest. Yeah. Like, I was so close to like saying like maybe I should put him. But I was like, nah.
Just for recognition, I just want to put him out there because he's played all of Mexico's games, started every one, and finished every single one. And I want to say I don't think he's really had like a mistake really within playing in the Mexican national team for this tournament at all. And he's becoming in really good high regards from all Mexican national teams. He's already playing in Europe. They're saying that he could possibly get a transfer to a bigger European team. So I'm going to put a shout out to him.
Yeah.
But now getting into the more interesting ones, the biggest surprises out of this tournament. So first one, which underdog impressed you the most? Maria, I'm going to ask you first.
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde.
That's mine too.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys bug about them? Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure just because of the surprising results that they ended
surprised at like what they it was
the first tournament.
Yeah.
And then going to face off against Argentina.
Their goalie did amazing.
They got how many million followers he ended up getting on Instagram?
I don't know. But he got a lot, but no, it would be them, honestly, because that's what you would consider, to me personally, like an underdog. It's a team that you're just like, oh, they're never gonna make it.
Yeah. For me, I actually got one. They were being talked about in good regards. But was it gonna happen to where they end up having those expectations? I put Norway. This is going to be their first tournament as well, coming in, having high expectations. But was it just the fact that, were they going to go through the hype, or were they actually going to meet them? I actually thought they really did meet those expectations.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost to a really good England team anyways. So I put Norway as the underdog team that impressed me the most. Which nation exceeded all expectations? I'm pretty sure we can all agree with this one. Spain?
Yeah.
Spain? Is that who you guys have? Yeah. Which team surprised you in a negative way?
Germany.
Ooh, Germany.
Okay.
Germany.
Is that who you have, Maria?
No. I actually had which team Ecuador.
Ecuador. Okay. Yeah, from being the second best CONMEBOL team. In the tournament. I actually have Uruguay. That surprised me in a negative way. They used to be, I mean, years ago, they used to be, if not one of the best CONMEBOL team around. And then now, like within the last 4 years since 2018. I want to say they've been dropping like real low on expectations, and then this tournament was just a big upset. They ended up placing third, and then they were at the very bottom of the third place teams trying to qualify to go into the knockout stages.
Yeah.
So yeah, they were the biggest surprise in a negative way. Which player had the biggest breakout tournament?
Morita.
Mora?
Yeah.
I put Quiñones.
Me too. Me too. I got Quiñones. Yeah, I don't think anybody would have expected Quiñones to have the performances that anybody outside of following Mexico and everything didn't expect. They're saying that he already plays the guitar anyways.
Yeah.
Or no, Saudi Arabia. But from the performances, I mean, I already hear European teams are looking at him anyways.
Like he did an amazing job. The thing about it is like I've kind of like kept up with him because he used to play for America, and my dad spoke so highly of him, so that whenever like it was like La Copa Oro, whenever like in Houston and they come and play, I was expecting that from him, I guess. But like the one that you would say the biggest breakout to me was like Morita, because he's young. Like like people will be like, oh, that second goal against England against us, but he's 17. Like he's learning, so he has a lot. To me, it's like he's gonna break out, and if he keeps with the mentality and the momentum that he has, he's gonna do great.
I would have definitely said he would have been a breakout if he would have played more often, though.
Yeah.
I understand maybe why they didn't play him, because he was still very young. I mean, he's Mexico's most exciting player, I want to say.
Yes.
But yeah, he didn't get as much playing time that I would think everybody would have expected him to have. But Quiñones, I think, definitely did come out and played every game. Yeah. Had a very good impact. He's scored some very good goals as well. So I'm pretty sure that's why European teams are definitely looking at him as well.
Yeah.
Next one. Which manager deserves the most credit? For me, it has to be the Spain manager. I think going all the way, playing the same style, not changing for anybody else, and then winning it all at the end.
Yeah, I would say him, because also he was champion with a U21 team.
Yeah, we're talking about Luis de la Fuente as well.
Yeah, he's coached a lot of younger teams. I don't think he's really coached any like big
even for a national team.
Yeah,
in Spain,
even for a national team, and so he's the way he played it, and also mainly because if you listen to his interviews and stuff, like post in before game interviews, like he understands what he's doing, and he knew what he was doing. That's pretty much.
And I want people to even think about this as well. Last World Cup, Spain had Luis Enrique as the manager as well, and they did not do well within the World Cup as well. They didn't make it that far, and they were struggling. People were saying like, Spain is already on a downfall and everything.
Yeah.
Luis de la Fuente came in and then changed everything. He ended up winning Nations League, I want to say, or was it Euros?
They won the Euros,
yeah. And then now coming into the World Cup with those high expectations, and now winning the World Cup. I mean, he deserves so much more credit than what some people might think.
Yeah,
I actually put the champs, the French manager.
Yeah.
I say the only reason the only time he really got let down was towards the end of the World Cup, but during that whole group stage 2, getting to that semifinals, they played phenomenal. Like he needed the subs, he did correct subs, changed the tactics whenever he needed to and everything. So I feel like he did pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now going on to the biggest disappointments of the tournament, and I know I'm gonna get some stick for this, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it with my chest held high. Which favorite disappointed the most? So whenever we say this, like which one of the favorites, meaning like the favorites to go far into the tournament, which has been the most disappointed? Manny, I'll start off with you.
I had Germany.
Germany. Okay, okay. Continue with Germany.
I would say Portugal.
I also got Portugal. Okay, but let me say, I would assume Germany because they got knocked out in the round of 32.
Yeah, that's for what, like, of course, like you said, there's a favorites team. So like they had a good squad. They had that good turnout the first game, and then it just went downhill from there. It just felt like they weren't gelling together.
I feel like I agree but disagree. I agree the fact that like people can't see them as favorites because they're just, Germany's just a big name, but they have not been having great turnouts. I mean, I know they kind of went into this tournament already with winning some games, but I mean they beat USA just barely like 2-1 or something, or like they kind of had played. Yeah, I forgot what that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I don't think people saw Germany as necessarily a favorite to make it all the way necessarily.
They saw them as a powerhouse, but not like as a favorite. Yeah.
But I would say me and Maria agreeing the fact that it was Portugal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the team, if you just go off of paper and stats and everything, I mean, they have, if not one of the best teams in the world for sure, just based off of individual players.
Yeah.
So the fact that they only made it to the round of
16
or round of 32?
32, I think.
Yeah, it was 32.
It was 32.
Yeah, they only made it to the round of 3. Well, I mean, now we can go and say like, oh, but they lost to Spain, which won it all. I mean, yes, but even still, like,
But on paper, you should have beat them.
oh yeah, even at that, they did not impress in the table.
They didn't play that well that game either.
In the group stages.
Yeah.
Group stages, yeah. So yeah, they were just a complete disappointment for me. There's also another reason why, but we're gonna get into that. Which superstar failed to perform? Maria.
El bicho.
Can't believe he said it.
Comment's gonna roast her.
Juan's gonna come out of nowhere. No, honestly, because it's he's what 40 something already.
41.
It's like it's the World Cup, like
It's his last one.
it's your last
Most
one.
likely.
Like you came out saying after one of the games, like I'm back.
Yeah.
Cool, come back. Like and then you didn't perform, and people are like, oh no, well like. Messi's team plays for him and France plays for Mbappe, and I was like, no, they play for themselves. They play as a team. You win this tournament as a team. That's why Spain won it, because Spain won it as a team.
Yeah,
like you cannot sit in the front and then like I get the whole like, well, Messi walks. Yeah, Messi makes the plays though too. Yeah, he didn't play all that much in this final, but whatever. But you cannot call yourself the best and perform the way you performed and then not take accountability.
He was
for it.
almost just wanting to play for himself so he can get the stats, he can get the goals. I mean, even Thierry Henry was criticizing him as well about his playing.
Like you cannot be selfish about it.
He's making runs for himself. He's not making run for the team.
For the team, like it's like when it comes to it, like if you're playing, like if you're losing, 3-0, and then you start trying to take the ball, cool. You at least you're doing it for you're trying to take it. But if you're there, you cannot get mad. Like many of his the ones that Portugal could have been goals are literally shots that were stolen from him. Like that he stole from another player. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like it was a cross. Instead of letting it go to the player behind him, he tried to take the shot that was impossible, or he tried to do like this little tricks and it wasn't working. Like it's just, I don't know. To me, it wasn't
I can see that as well. To be honest, like. For sure, everybody can kind of see why. If you're a Ronaldo fan, you could be like, "Oh no, it was somebody else." No,
she don't know what she's talking about.
But I honestly feel like Ronaldo, because of his attention, was taken away from everybody else too. So there was many reasons why I ended up choosing Ronaldo to be a fail. But I do want to say I don't want to put it as a fail because they ended up winning the World Cup, but Yamal just did not put the expectations. Yeah. But I didn't want to put him as a failure because he ended up winning. He was somewhat of a key figure going.
He contributed.
Yeah. So he contributed.
That was my person that I put Yamal.
Okay.
Even though it's like, Barca and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I guess for what people expect.
From what was expected of him, he didn't really play as he would normally play.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't, like, honestly, and I think me and Manny were talking about this. Even in the final, Williams did more on his line for Spain than Yamal did.
I feel like he had more moments.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Yamal, and that's what was frustrating me too about the game, was the fact that I was like, Spain had so many opportunities to take the shots from outside the box, and they weren't. They were trying to run it in, and it was frustrating me. And I was like, just take the freaking shots.
Yeah.
I remember one too. It was a really, really good triangle that they did. I think it was like it passed out to the side where Yamal passed it to the Oyarzabal. Then he was going, and there was a guy, I think it was Reese, had like passed him on the right side. It was clear on goal, but he kept taking it. Once he got to the outside of the box, he finally did like a little tunnel to the defender and passed it to Reese, who then passed it back and then lost the ball.
Yeah.
Like that was one of the ones that just like irritated me the most.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, now with him anyways, with not having the expected performance, but still a World Cup winner now.
Still a World Cup winner, so.
Yeah.
Which team should have gone further?
Mexico.
Mexico.
For me, being disappointed, I mean, I put Portugal should have gone further from the team that they had, but yes, of course, Mexico. I would have loved to see them beat England, and then who they would have played Norway if they would have.
Yeah. Then that would have been like, that would have been
interesting one. Yeah. Which coach is most likely to lose their job after this tournament? Just because of my disappointing team that I had, I put Marcelo Bielsa. If he was not already gonna get fired anyways, but he shouldn't deserve his job with Uruguay afterwards. They have to have something to rebuild this team or whatever. But I got Bielsa. You guys?
So I have Pochettino.
Ooh.
I'm interested to hear why.
Just USA just sucked. Like they didn't do as good as they.
I heard they were gonna keep him.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's.
It was iffy. They were saying that he could end up leaving just because he wants to. Not that USA would remove him. He just wants to.
I just feel like he wasn't. He doesn't know how to make this team gel. Like in a sense. Yeah, they went past their group stage and they went past their two, whatever. But I
would have said like he had some pretty good convincing. The first game against Paraguay, he convinced a lot of USA fans that he can make it further. I would say it kind of had a turn whenever they lost to Turkey, anyways. But people were saying like, "Oh, this game shouldn't care anyways, or shouldn't matter." So whatever. But then they went on to where like they ended up playing. Who was the one that they played? No, in the round of 32. Oh, Bosnia. They won against Bosnia, then they went to round 16. And then they ended up losing to Belgium. That game, I feel like they should have had something better, a better performance. Game, to be honest. If anything, it could have been something a little closer to like Mexico and England. Yeah. I know Belgium is not as good as England, but they should have been able to do better with that game. That was pretty disappointing. Maria?
Hold on, let me see if it's him. Yeah. What's his name? The Ecuadorian coach. Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian. Yeah.
Because honestly, like even though like I wasn't a big fan of Ecuador, there was some changes that he made, some things that like it wasn't. That's true. So it wasn't. I think he just needs to. He didn't seem like he was very sure either.
The only impressive game that Ecuador had was whenever they won against Germany.
Yeah, that was some of the changes, some of the subs that he had, and even if like not just like canceling out the Mexico Ecuador game, but the games before that, it wasn't very like his coaching wasn't very impressive for the team that he had.
No. Moving on to the next question: which country's fan has the biggest reason to be frustrated? I chose USA. You can't be performing the way that you did
at home.
Yeah, at home too. And then all of a sudden, like you go in pretty good, decent form as well. I know the Turkey game was a slight turn of event, but you were still going as like you impressed a lot of American fans, the USA based. And then you go into this game 4-1. Like the first half was completely, I think I don't think anybody was expecting it to say, but I think they had the biggest reason to be frustrated. I know there's of course other teams. I was even thinking of putting France in there about like you playing this well and then going into
the last two games are just
If anything, I would have said like the very last game for France, going on to like get 4 goals scored on in the first half. But I think overall, from looking at all the teams, I think USA should be the ones to be frustrated, going and playing well, and then having that game to where you play like that. Nah, I think you should be frustrated. Manny?
So I actually had USA as well. Okay. And Portugal.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, of course, Portugal.
I say USA because how are you going to have the majority of the games in the US? And honestly, you got a lot of people watching the sport. You got a lot of for the US being one of the most powerhouse when it comes to like Olympic games and having all these sports that people will watch. It was your time to put soccer on the map. It was your time to see why it is that soccer is important and they underplayed. Like, you have people asking, I have people asking me that have never watched soccer, like, hey, is this really what's supposed to happen? And then, like, it's just like, and honestly, like, the team didn't perform to what the standard that they wanted to set themselves up for.
They wanted to
so it's very disappointing, very underwhelming.
Yeah, I would agree very much. All right, next topic, we're going to go into the best matches. I know we already explained some game tournaments and everything that we thought was great for us, but now going into different aspects of it. So what was a match of the tournament?
France and England.
I put France and England. That was the most entertaining, for sure. Which knockout game was the most entertaining? I put Mexico and England.
Ooh. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
The knockout
the way
game,
that we were over there
And it was
throwing our hair,
exactly
pulling our hair out and everything.
Yeah, it was exciting for the first half, all the way to the very last minute
Yeah.
of that game as well. So I put Mexico and England. You
I
guys
put
agree with that?
I agree
Cape
with it.
Verde and Argentina for that one.
Oh, that one, yes.
That was still
That one was also very like heart stopping.
all the way
Yeah.
to the end as well.
Yeah.
Which comeback was the best? I put Argentina and Cape Verde for that.
I also
one.
put that one for this one
Same.
too.
Okay, same.
Yeah.
We all agree. Which penalty shootout had you on the edge of your seat? I had Germany versus Paraguay.
That's one I had too.
Yeah.
Same ones.
Yeah, because that was when you expected Germany to
To
pull
win,
through.
of
Yeah, and it
course.
was just like, whoa. Yeah.
Disappointment. Yeah. Which match will people still be talking about 10 years from now?
I put France and England.
Really?
Yeah. I put the most controversial one. I put Argentina versus Egypt because then people are always going to say like Argentina should have never went that far because of the
Yeah.
controversial call.
game.
I feel like that's the one that people will still bring up even
Yeah.
after 10 years.
I would say it would be Norway versus England,
Yeah.
mainly because of that last pass that Haaland was completely
Yes.
open,
Yeah, yeah,
and it's gonna
yeah.
be the one you're like, bro, you had him completely open. You wanted, you wanted the glory for yourself, and look at you.
Have you seen the interview that he gave?
Have you seen the comments under his Instagram?
No.
Like he put a picture and everybody's like, oh, you're the reason. Like, bro, it's funny.
Yeah, it must be hard to be now I don't know, the most hated person in Norway, but
Yeah.
being a big reason why
Your team
did
didn't.
not.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Golly. Okay. Next topic, we're gonna go into a little bit of some fan debates. Which goal was the goal of the tournament?
The Cape Verde goal against Argentina.
Sidney Lopez Cabral is the name.
Okay.
23 years old. I think he is playing in Europe somewhere. I want to say somewhere in Turkey. He's probably playing. But yeah, Argentina versus Cape Verde. He was on one of the corners of the 18 box, and then I don't think anybody was expecting him to go and take a shot like that.
in
you can see it by the faces.
Yeah, and Dibu
Yeah.
dove for he went for it was that was a goal.
I think that was the best goal. Oh,
I had Alvarez's goal from outside the
Oh,
box.
and
yeah.
that was somewhat similar.
Yeah,
too.
similar.
That's
Yeah,
similar.
they were.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was torn between both of those. So
Yeah.
But that was yours. You said Maria.
Yeah, the Cape Verde. Yeah.
Which stadium created the best atmosphere? I think we have this one.
El Azteca.
Estadio
Sure.
Azteca, of course. No need. I mean, you want to put a little bit of detail? Why? Why do you think that was
It's-
the
Because it's
Mexico.
it's Mexico. It's El Azteca. Like it's the vibe. You can even tell if you can tell the difference between the opening ceremony and this
Yeah.
closing ceremony.
Yeah.
best? There was a
Like
huge
the thing about it is
difference.
there's a huge difference. You could the atmosphere. It's not just because we're Mexican or whatever, but I feel and I'm not gonna say just Mexico, but all Latin America when it comes to sports, when it comes to el fútbol, when it comes to that passion, you're gonna find it there. You're gonna find the passion. You're gonna find they won't stop singing. They're the Mexican wave. Everything
Yeah.
you got it there.
And plus, it's the most historic stadium. Well, of course, in this whole tournament.
Yeah.
It's the most historical one. So, yeah, of course, it has to be Estadio Azteca. Which referee decision created the biggest controversy?
I mean, I already know yours is gonna be the Egypt one.
Yeah, I think the one being talked about for the
I
next
would say
10
about
years.
Egypt, the Egypt
So-
ones too.
So I actually put the Bril Embolo red card. I feel like everybody will be saying why was that a red? Why was that and everything like that? So I feel like that also of course it lowered the 10 men for Switzerland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people are gonna still talk about it because it's Argentina. So
I know that there's going to be the biasy that I'm going to explain for this anyways, but Embolo, he was already on the yellow.
He should have known.
He simulated it.
Yeah.
I feel like he knew the fact that he didn't get touched, but he had to go through with it because he already made the action.
Yeah.
He had to go through with it, so he had no other way to go back on it. But he should have been more well aware.
Yeah.
You're on a yellow, don't do anything stupid. And
Like
he
you
still did
dove.
it. Yeah, exactly.
You dove.
We
I
went
think-
through the replays.
I
He
think
didn't
that's
get
the
touched.
thing is to me, if it would have never gone into a replay and
Yeah.
he would have and he would have given him I think it's what gave it to him was that he went to see it, but
Yeah.
that Egypt Argentina game had a lot of that questionable moments that weren't looked at.
Yeah,
There was many,
yeah.
it was I feel like the ref didn't have control of that game.
I would agree though. I don't think maybe the ref should have gave him a red, but the thing is, you don't want to
He's
take that
already-
chance.
Yeah.
But if you're already on the yellow, it's Enzo
shouldn't have
it's
done it pretty
it's like
much.
Enzo, he first how are you
Oh,
going
yeah.
how are you going to yell at the ref like that? And you get your yellow and then you go out and you get
And
that
you
foul.
go and
That's
physically
that's
do
already
fight.
that's a red.
And he
like
was there, wanted to try to see if he could fight it.
yeah,
Like, nah,
and
dude,
he was like,
just
bro,
start walking
just
off.
walk it out. It's
Yeah.
you cannot get silly. Like if you didn't have that yellow for like that one that you just mentioned, man, like it would have been a whole. He would have gotten a yellow card. It would, but like you're already on the yellow.
Yeah.
If you have to stop and go check it, like I think that's when you have to pull out the card. If you have to go stop and check it, like you have to make that decision.
Yeah, I think it was just
Like a decision, but
Yeah.
Now going into one of the last ones that we're getting into the topics, looking ahead into the future for based off of the World Cup, which stars will be around in 2030? Now we say stars, like the ones that popped off, and I guess in this way we want to think about it as like the big stars right now, like the Mbappes, the Canes and everything, or if you want to think about it as the younger stars as well, like are we talking about Kubarsi being against Mora want to be like, who do you think is going to be still around by 2030? Or I guess you could say who's
I think the majority of the Spanish team will be there.
Yeah. Oh, I think so as well. Yeah, I mean, I would assume Laporta is probably not going to be there anymore by that time.
No.
He's one of the older ones.
I would imagine Simon. Maybe. I mean, I don't know how
I
old
think
is he?
he's in his late 20s.
Yeah, so maybe they might switch around because they still got Raya, they still got Garcia. Yeah, so they might end up being something else. But okay, next one. Which young players are future Ballon d'Oro candidates? Here. I want us to say this on 3. Okay, I don't think.
Lord!
I don't know if we have the same ones.
Well, I have 3. I have 3 different ones.
Name the first one. Name the first one. Okay, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yamal.
Yamal.
I had your mom like Lamin.
I had a feeling. Okay, who were the other 2?
I had Wirtz.
Wirtz.
Okay.
Wirtz, Florian Wirtz.
Oh no.
I see. Like I feel like there's bound to be another, of course, midfielder to be. To get the Ballon.
I was at Bellingham.
Ooh, Bellingham, yeah.
Sometimes
anything,
Bellingham
I think Bellingham is like I think Bellingham is the best
well.
midfielder in the world right now. If Wirtz turned around his season with Liverpool, because that's definitely been a big downfall for him. I mean, maybe we can be in conversation for him back again. But who's the third person?
Morita. I had Morita just in case, Yeah.
You just never know. Hey, you just gotta have him. Gotta represent. Yeah.
Okay. Which country should feel the most optimistic heading into 2030?
I said most definitely Spain.
Yes.
Spain?
I say Mexico.
Yeah,
because not just the players, but the coach, Rafa Marquez as a coach. They should feel like more optimistic having somebody with so many experience in World Cups going into it.
My biggest thing with Mexico, now thinking about it, there's like 3 things. For one, they have to make sure they bring just as high of a caliber of a striker that Raul Jimenez is. They have to make sure Julian Quinones is like still the same type of player as well. And then also, I want to say that another big difference for sure is Mora, making sure that he's getting more consistent. He has more experience. He can play at that higher level. And actually, last thing as well, the defense.
Yes,
I think if Mateo Chavez can definitely invert himself in the left side, and then whoever else, Araujo can also be on the right side. And if Montes and Johan can still work as that partnership, I definitely think they can have the biggest optimistic.
I feel like they gotta definitely look into the MX's like pool of like younger players as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because like for instance Mora, like he wasn't as known as he is now, but like being a young player and like focusing on them will help them a lot more as well. Like we have the older people, of course, the veterans taking care of them, but just having young talent helps a lot. Like when creating chances.
Sorry,
and like the thing about it was like with Mexico, like with Rafa Marquez being on, there's like he was a defensive player, so I think he's gonna build up their defense. And plus he
has high regards anyways.
And also he has that experience of coaching in Spain, so he knows how the Spaniards play. He knows like the whole tiki taka, the whole like.
The only thing I have with that though is the fact that he was only coaching young guys. Like this is gonna be his first time with more higher level, or just the fact.
But that's how La Fuente's like that's how he started. He was like nothing but like U19, U21, like with the youth. Even when in club teams, he was with the B teams or the younger teams. So,
but for sure, Rafa Marquez has a high regard because he's a Mexican legend. Anyways, I actually put down England.
Oh, okay.
I think England heading into this World Cup, they made it pretty far again successful with how much Thomas Tuchel really had them, and I think with some bright future stars that England could have coming up, because the only ones I can really see ruling out of this team, maybe Kane if he just can't be consistent with it, but I have high regards for England for 2030. Which team needs the biggest rebuild?
I have Belgium.
I say Uruguay.
I put Germany.
Because the golden generation is gone.
Mm-hmm.
They need to find new players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could definitely agree with that for Belgium, because they're still using a lot of their older players, Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne,
Croatia también.
Yeah, I think Courtois is not going to be the same anymore by that time. So yeah, they definitely need a rebuild.
Of course, I could have put Portugal too, but
yeah.
And then getting into our last one, overall, what would you rate this World Cup from 1 to 10? Not to say comparing it to any one of them. I mean, unless you want to have those thoughts in your head, like if you have a favorite and you want to compare it to that. But like overall, what do you think this World Cup rated?
I gave it an 8.5.
8.5?
I gave it an 8.
An 8?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A solid 8.
I guess I can have it as an 8.5 as well.
Yeah.
I mean, between,
I was between
because I mean, kind of regarding like from the very beginning, I had high expectations for Mexico. I think they kind of went to those expectations. Mm-hmm. If only that we could have won that one game. And I would say, like, you know, it always comes down to the final as well. It wasn't just as an exciting final as I would have hoped.
Honestly, like my thing, the reason I gave it an 8.5, it has nothing to do that it was in 3 different countries. It was the fact that it became very political.
Yes.
Like it, like
especially the ending of the like presentations,
the
of
presentations of like the president's trying to leave the sport to the sport and leave the country to the country. Like stop bringing because to me, like, you know, with the whole Iran thing that they had to go back to Mexico and like and still they played a great, you know, they did their best to the circumstances that they could, and I give it an 8.5 also because you know, the watch parties in the US were nice, but like nothing compares to like being in El Zócalo in Mexico, being in El Ángel.
If anything, people were expressing the fact that Mexico was the best host out of the 3 anyways. And people love the Mexican national people anyways, about how they would celebrate, how they include with South Koreans, whenever the Netherlands came around.
Yeah, when England showed up.
Whenever they beat us.
And so, I mean, the whole thing, like that's what I said. Like I gave it an 8.5.
Freaking Erling Haaland loved the, what's it called? The memes that the rowing and everything.
Yeah, the rowing. Yeah, like he, and so, I mean, I think the players made it a good tournament. Yeah. It was more like, but when it came very political, like, you know, like the president being like, oh, I called about that red card. Bro, you got that red card taken away and still lost.
You know, I started hearing more about the fact that they misinterpret that. They thought that because of that red card that came in, they thought by the next game that they were going to play, they were only going to have 10 players. Yeah. I'm like, no, dude, just that one guy is not going to play at all.
And that's what he said, like, 11. Educate yourself on the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can definitely 100% agree on that.
I also lowered mine too because of the main like issue with sports in United States. The commercials, like,
oh god, yeah, I watched it. I'm proud to say I watched it in Telemundo.
Yeah, so glad Telemundo was here, bro.
Yeah, because they were showing the hydration breaks and like what the teams were doing, what the coaches.
And so I mean, also the hydration breaks weren't that was annoying. But then you would see that they were getting tired and they needed
when it's
the
needed,
break.
yes, but like not when it was like
when it was needed in Qatar. Like that's when I'm just like, take the break. And even then they played in December in Qatar.
Yeah. What did you guys think about the halftime show?
Boo.
Yeah.
Having a halftime show and a post.
Like, what's Justin Bieber going to come out here with a guitar?
With a guitar,
like, sir, this ain't Coachella. Get out of here.
I wasn't expecting Ted Lasso to be on there. But I thought freaking Justin Bieber could. I mean, I would have been more happy if he would have brought out like Baby or something on there.
Like get them all go. Like my thing too was one of the things that I saw was like they're like, oh, Shakira actually performed at the end because people don't believe that she was at the inauguration in Mexico. They're like, that was a body double that was there. So I was like, I mean, hey,
I never heard of that.
It's like the meme that came out was like, I think Piqué was watching the final and they're like, oh, when you will watch the final, but you got to watch your ex perform. It's like, bro, it's like Shakira tiene más mundiales que Piqué.
They had a group of Spain players up there. I would have thought I saw Piqué.
They had the whole 2010.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, they had the whole 2010 basically, but like. Don't do it again. No. Just don't. Keep it to the beginning, and that's it.
I was also telling Maria that they're giving out the like special, basically the Super Bowl rings for the winners. So it's like little rings.
They're gonna get rings. Like the winners are gonna get like rings. Yeah,
I definitely
because it's a US sports thing.
Yeah. And then I was telling her this, like they're gonna give out 30 of them to the team that played. And I guess there's their coaching staff and stuff.
I about to say they should.
But there's going to be like 1,996 or something like that. That's going to be available for the fans so they can purchase.
They're gonna be
Oh,
expensive.
how much you
watch.
think? Yeah,
Just
how much you think
probably.
they'll go for?
If you guys
If
want to
you
like
see the
donate for
tickets,
us to get one,
you know.
like
So we just get one.
we just get one, and we'll have it right here in the middle. Like, you know, we'll put our cash up down.
We'll have some hand models modeling it for us.
Like, if you allow us to get that, I'll go one-on-one with Juan.
We'll make a little GoFundMe for that specifically. But I mean, yeah. Now at the very end, I mean, what a World Cup! I want to say, even though I mean, met some expectations, had some disappointments, but we're only hoping that it can get better from here.
Yeah, and I mean, like, big shout out to Spain in general, because the women's had won the Olympics.
That's right.
You know, and the men's, and then like the, you know, having it all, like next year will be the Women's World Cup. So hopefully, like, there's enough hype for them to watch it and, you know, see it and see where it goes. Honestly, for the Women's World Cup, I'm rooting on Spain, because I love their team.
It's
like,
all
they're having
well for Spain.
the women's have an amazing, like, Spain has an amazing team. And like, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I think that's gonna be it for this video. This is probably for sure our longest video.
One.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure you guys can tell we're trying to keep it within anywhere from like 30, 40, 45 minutes. This one's hitting just about the 50. But if you have made it all the way to the end, we appreciate every single one of you. Again, we want to make sure that we build a great community where anybody can listen to, you know, any of the soccer action that's going on. And if you guys want to jump into the conversations and everything, drop comments. Put yourself to where, like, you know, what do you think about any of this as well? We want to hear your feedback as well. So thank you guys for joining in. We appreciate you. If you do enjoy this content, make sure you subscribe so you can keep up with all the new videos coming on. Make sure you like, share with your friends to see, you know, what they think about it as well. And any last words?
If there's matches you guys want us to watch and react to, let us know. If there's any players you guys want us to react to, like if there's any like local games you want us to go see, or like, you know, local little stars you guys want us to interview. Like, if you want to be on the podcast, just, you know, let us know. Send us, like, you know, put a comment, you know, send us a message and we'll read them.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Try our best.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on for the next video.
See you later.
Bye.